guys, welcome to Korean Culture with NNEKA. Today I have a guest. I have brought a guest. Her name is Grace, and she's going to be giving us tips on how to learn Korean by ourselves. So Grace is going to introduce herself, and then we can pick up from there. Hi, Grace.
Hi, hello guys. My name is Grace Angel. I am a foreign language tutor and I'm a polyglot.
Yeah. So Grace has taught herself Korean among 4 other foreign languages. So she's an expert in learning Korean, like learning foreign language by oneself. So I brought her today so that she can tell us, you can tell us how you learned Korean by yourself, tips on how you learned, how we can go about learning it by ourselves. Did you learn Hangul? Can you only speak Korean, or can you also write it? What do you advise people that want to start learning Korean by themselves? People who don't have access to teachers. Yeah. So how do you think we should go about that?
Okay, so I think the reading and writing aspect was the easiest for me.
Oh wow!
Because the Hangul is not much of a difficulty as compared to the actual spoken Korean. Yeah, so it doesn't take that long to learn the Hangul.
Yeah.
But it took me years, and it's still taking me now on speaking and basically practicing the right vocabulary and all that.
Okay, so how do you think new learners, like our viewers, how do you think they should go about? Say I want to start learning Korean today. Where should I start? What should I do?
I think you should first of all try to get into videos on the internet that teach you these languages. There are already put out videos on some websites and some YouTube channels where you get to have people teach you virtually these languages. That's of course if you can't sign up for one-on-one classes with a Korean teacher. You can also make use of YouTube videos and websites basically and self-study from there.
Okay, so say I have a jotter, like I brought a jotter and a pen, and I said, okay, today I'm going to start learning Korean. So should I just go on YouTube and type how to learn Korean, or should I go and type Korean alphabet learning? Or that was
okay. So the first thing you want to do is just Hangul for beginners, because the first thing you want to learn is the Korean characters, which is the Korean alphabet. So once you go on those places, you can search Hangul for beginners, and then once you know that you're pretty good at reading or writing the Hangul, then you can move up from there. Korean 101 classes or Korean vocabulary for beginners and all of that.
Okay. So all these things can be found on YouTube. I can type Korean 101 on YouTube, and I'll get videos.
Yes, a lot of videos, different teachers too.
Okay. What about apps?
I would only recommend apps for like your spare time practice, and you always be your phone once in a while you want to learn new words. So you can use apps like Duolingo, Memrise, and for translation I always recommend Papago, Never Translator. It's always better than Google Translator. So
alright, so what about textbooks? Do you think people who are studying on their own, should they start with textbooks? Can they get access to textbooks?
So the textbook aspect is actually a tricky one.
Okay.
You can buy textbooks from Amazon. There are Talk to Me in Korean textbooks. But I personally,
Talk to Me in Korean?
Yes, Talk to Me in Korean.
Okay, that's the only textbook you recommend. Do you recommend other textbooks? So Talk to Me in Korean is a series of textbooks. Yeah?
Yes, there are tons of other textbooks. But
I recommend some.
I wouldn't know much about that aspect, because what I did when I was learning is I downloaded textbooks online and then I printed it out myself. So I never actually bought any textbooks. That's what I did.
Okay, so please don't go download the textbooks. I beg you. Just
no, it's already put out there.
Okay, so try and order textbooks. But then I think there are some like Korean from Zero. Korean from Zero has free, like you can type Korean from Zero, Korean from Zero, then free PDF. Yeah. So exactly. I think that company puts out their textbooks for free. But Talk to Me.
No. You can't even download it.
Alright, so please don't download textbooks illegal. Thank you so much. So what are the tips? What if we get discouraged? What if it gets challenging?
Yeah, all of that will definitely happen, even to me sometimes. I think it's important to just know what inspired you in the first place.
Okay, and make friends with people who are also starting out.
Surround yourself basically with people, so they always kind of secretly give you the inspiration to just continue doing what you started already.
All right. Personally, I started learning Korean because I wanted to be able to communicate with him, when I meet him. And so far, so good. My Korean is so good that I cannot imagine holding conversations with him. So anything that works for you both, sorry to interrupt you. Anything that works for you both, anything that motivates you, if it's being able to talk to Kim Tae-young when you meet him, or being able to watch your Korean dramas without subtitles, just anything that motivates you, try to stick to it. And then when you start learning Korean from the very first day, don't say, today I'm tired, or tomorrow I'm tired, I'll go to the next day. Try and give at least 10 minutes every day to learn, because when you start, it's challenging if you stop in the middle and then try to get back to it again. But when you start and just go on, it's not as challenging. So for the basics, I'm right.
Yes, you're right.
So for starting out in the basic, you need to focus so that you can finish the Hangul is not. I swear to God, I learned Hangul in like 2 hours. Hangul is not very difficult. Some people have said it took them 1 week. Some people said it took them 1 month. But the most important thing is focus. When you have started, focus till you have passed through that hurdle of learning the absolute basic Korean. Then you can continue. You can take it easy and be learning other aspects of the Korean language. Thank you so much, Grace, for coming.
Thank you for having me
to NNEKA today. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and give me some thumbs up and turn on your notifications so that you get more videos like this on how to learn Korean, different aspects of Korean culture, what interests me about the Korean culture, and everything. 추천해주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you so much for watching. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕.